If I did, I did, and if I didn't, then there's a reason for that.
Yeah, no, of course.
Ooh,
Of
you're.
course.
I didn't know you have favored by the gods. You've never used that.
Is that with the sorcerer?
That's
Once
that's like the 10-minute Healy thing.
No, once per short rest, if you fail a saving throw or miss an attack roll, you can add an extra 2d4.
Oh.
No, I have not used that.
Because you are favored by the gods.
The gods.
You can just be like, come on, daddy. Come on, daddy.
Sky Daddy.
Sky
Daddy, help me out.
Sky Daddy.
Flashbacks.
Oh.
An intervention from your sky dad.
Pelor is standing over there being like, I'm coming. It's
All
not me,
right.
but I'm coming.
All right.
Weird thing to
No,
just
I have
also
not.
weird thing to double back on. Mel, we were talking in the Boulder voice a moment ago. I didn't realize the Boulder in Avatar: The Last Airbender was voiced by other WWE WWF legend Mick Foley, who with
No
The Rock
way, really?
did Rock and Sock. Apparently,
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's a
doesn't
cool
even
little
sound-
thing.
doesn't even sound like him.
No.
Oh, I looked that up a moment ago, and I was like, I'm saving that for when we're live, which is right now.
Man of many talents.
No.
Thank you. Oh, you mean
my
Mick,
goodness.
man of many talents and personalities.
So exciting.
Ah,
Oh, man.
another day, another nickel.
Nickels.
It's not like we're getting dimes over here.
No.
We're in a financial crunch.
Financial crisis.
The whole world's in a financial crisis. The idea of how much money I spent on groceries this week is just good
Cheers.
to be nice. Garbage. Okay. I'm giving DB sheet. I don't know where they are. So that's just how it is. Oh, actually, maybe if I took languages, noble.
Noble
That's one, right?
for backgrounds.
There you go. That's where that's why you know Abyssal. That's how I figured it out. I'm here. I did it.
You figured it out.
I'm in charge. I know all the secrets.
Those are supposed to be your secrets, Melissa.
Well, your backgrounds isn't. I guess it can be.
It is kind of, isn't it?
It could be, but you did it. So wait, you made it up and then forgot about it so that
Hey,
I could have a secret.
hey,
I wasn't
that's-
sure how I put it down on the character sheet.
Mm-hmm. That's. I mean, hey, if there's deep secrets about a character, if it's about my character and I want to forget about it, I fucking hope I do at least.
Right? Just like get a really strong magnet right after you tell me what you want to do.
Could you imagine like a big plot point happening and you're like, wait, what the fuck? What's going on? This is my character? And then like a moment being like, oh shit, this is my character.
And it zooms in and there's like shots flying in front of your
It's like
face.
the anime trope when there's like someone's about to like be killed in cold blood and it goes like zooms on their face and it's like that like 0.5 lens trend people have been doing where it's like practically fisheye and they're like
Yeah.
shade
Yeah.
and shadow
Yeah.
and all that.
Exactly that. Exactly
Blech.
that.
Artful.
Okay. I got my dice. I'm ready to go. Everyone's good? Excellent.
Yeah.
So, let's begin as we always do. Welcome, everyone, to Iskar Academy. We are an elite school specializing in the training of the future heroes of our realm. Our 3-year program prepares you for leadership and networking opportunities across the 2 continents. Our professors have extensive training in the areas of focus and often real-world experience in combat. Located in scenic Karakat, in the heart of the Eastern Continent, we know you have many options for your mandatory training, and we're confident you'll be happy for choosing us. Yours in adventure, Headmaster Isolda. I am your GM for the day. I am Melissa, and as always, I am joined by...
Me, Laura, and I am playing Lurk, Reeve, the sorcerer.
Me, Luna, who's playing Moss, our rogue, bard, multi-class extraordinaire.
Me, Ian, who drops D4s on the floor and expects no one to notice. And I play Char Scree, your little kobold paladin who sure is great.
For some reason, when you said multi-class, all I could think of is multi-pass.
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 Oh,
Do you even get that
wow.
reference, or are you too young?
Fifth Element, please. It's so good. It's so good.
Luna!
No. That's, I would say that is understandable. It's like how I have never cared to watch Back to the Future, and people give me shit for it.
Is this like the fact that like I've been in the same relationship since you were like 9? Is it like one of those moments?
Probably.
Maybe.
That is something that I
In
think
case
you
you guys
absolutely
didn't
should
know,
watch.
I'm the baby of the group.
Just a baby.
I'm the baby.
I'm the second baby, but I'm
You are the second baby.
I'm the second baby. But not it's not much of an earned baby position, I would say. But I humbly accept the little little things.
All right. Who wants to do a recap of last? I guess the last 2 games, because it's kind of a 2-parter.
Ooh, well.
Lay me that haunted house goodness.
Good.
And don't leave out anyone that you shot.
Wait. Oh, I get what you mean there. So let me see if I can actually get some atmosphere on this really quick. Is the reverb too much? How's that?
Just right.
Just right.
Perfect. Quality.
Where we last seen our heroes in a spooky manner that they were pulled out of teleportation to. There was a hidden door found in a corridor where a blood stain or blood drag led to a dead end, which was the hidden door. Our crew moved through this hidden passage into a room full of shackles on the walls and on the ceilings, managed to both destroy a secret wall that was in that room and open the gate where all the blood that was in that room supposedly flowed to. For some reason, Char thought it would be fun to dive into the blood hole instead of going in the stairway or hidden corridor, where he was descending down through the dank, probably stinky hole. He ended up finding a chamber where you said amber-colored, I believe, gem, massive in scale, floated. Was there 24 statues, you said, or something like that in the room, all facing? We're facing this gem in the middle of the room, floating. Below it was another blood sigil, like found earlier in the manor. Once the crew had made their way down and destroyed said crystal, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. Specific person who had been missing.
Like, do you take off the reverb when you have a question?
You got to think about it. It's like hold on
Hang
a
on,
second.
that's not my voice. Hang on, I have to ask.
Yes, and a specific person was found within the crystal. Veera, who was accompanying the crew, recognized this face as her lost and presumed dead sister, Valentina. It's Valentina, right? Just mentioned. Okay. Once this Valentina was found, the crew ended up burning the house down, and shooting Cal out of the air because we thought he was a witch.
Moss is very proud.
Something that will always be hanging over his head. And the crew went back to Iskar just to make sure Veera and Valentina were able to have a safe place to be. And that's pretty much it for the last game. It's up on YouTube. It's on Podbean. Go listen to it if you want to listen to the first half. I don't make the rules. Point at the camera if you're listening to it. Point at the camera. Yeah, we're back at Iskar for the moment, even though we were on our way to Heaven's Horn.
That's fine. Slate. slight retooling so Sarah can be here.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anything to add? Anybody? You shot Cal, but he's fine. You burned down the house. The gargoyles escaped.
Oh, true. The gargoyles that were there, that
Escaped.
if they escaped, they just booked it. Didn't even acknowledge us, really.
No, you weren't worth their time.
Jerks.
I mean, they're evil.
Supposedly,
Gargoyles.
the gargoyles are evil. And they're also very New Jersey.
Yeah, all gargoyles are either from the show Gargoyles or have a New York accent.
There is some overlap, I'm sure, at some
Those
point.
are the two
That's
options.
It's the only way that you become a gargoyle.
Classic.
So yeah, let's start with you guys having gotten Valentina back to the medical area of the school. So you guys probably all know what this area looks like because you've definitely been here to heal up after classes more than once. It's kind of a natural extension of what you'd expect if you're in a magic school where people are shooting fireballs at each other. So the infirmary is a series of rooms, but the main room is just kind of a long, separated by curtains with individual beds in each kind of stall. They've set Veera's sister up towards the back. It doesn't seem like it's super busy right now, but tried to give her a little bit of quiet. But she also seems like really eager to keep trying to look around. Like she's constantly kind of flinching upward whenever she's awake, trying to see what's going on around her. Yeah, you see Marion, who's the cleric TA, bustling around, helping out, along with and other medical staff doing their job. So yeah, Veera's sitting here. She's sitting holding her sister's hand, and we'll say she's Valentina is awake for the time being. If you have anything you want to say or ask her or share with her, or you can pull Veera aside if you don't want to talk to her.
Is Valentina a student here or had been a student here?
She was a past student, but she did not go to this academy.
Oh, okay.
She's a hero, but not one you know.
Not alum.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. I kind of say to the others here, I don't know how to approach because I know that everything with Veera is kind of hush hush.
Yeah, and we're kind of just, in the public infirmary,
Yeah.
With all these people. So I guess just maybe set up a time to meet later. Does that sound like a plan? Or
Before bringing the trauma back up.
Yeah. Well,
they can message us a time to maybe ask. Yeah.
well, we
Maybe bringing it up while she's still in the infirmary might be bad form, but
well,
I could be convinced if you think otherwise.
No, I am. That's just. Should we just leave?
well, I would like to. I think we should at least double check because she got to see our faces in the.
We should at least ask if there's anything else that needs to be done immediately.
Yeah, that might be nice.
That seems like a good open-ended question. That's helpful and
might be good to establish friendship too wherever we can because there's nothing more powerful than the power of friendship.
He wants more
Wait, Char, do you have
than-
like that weird mark on your scale? Like what the?
Oh,
What is that? A design?
I don't know if you're referencing anything or not in
I
particular.
am. I'm referencing My Little Pony because of the cutie marks.
I don't know
I'm
what you
glad
mean.
that went everyone over their heads. I'm glad it went over.
I do not know what you mean by this.
Oh wait, no, it was just a trick of the lake. No. Don't
Charlie
worry about
moves around and I'm guessing there's like no change.
No, there's no change.
Well, I
So
looks at his hands.
No, you're good. You're good. I guess maybe I just apparently can't see. So, you good? Are you yummy? Are you scrumptious? Like,
I thought I was at one point. I don't remember what we. Why don't we go talk? Do you think they have fountain water here? I mean, we should go talk to.
oh wait, this char still.
Yeah, I mean, for the moment, you're still very parched. You're like, where's my water? I should have brought more. Stupid Cal, teleporting me away from the water.
Is Cal still here, or did Cal just drop us off? And
I'll say he's chatting with Leoa, who's the cleric professor, just about kind of what's going on and what she thinks has happened to Valentina. So he's like across the room, doing his business talk.
okay. So just I guess ask if they need anything else, and go from there. Yeah, sound good,
Yeah.
Lark? Okay. We awkwardly approach, I guess. after
It's like a
spending
little
way
group
too much-
shuffle.
Yeah, group shuffle.
Veera looks up at you guys as you shuffle closer. Shuffle.
Hi, is there anything else that would be good that got done immediately after, or while you were recovering, or?
Oh, I think she just needs to rest.
Yeah, that's
Thank
fair.
you.
We just
So
wanted to ask.
yeah. I might take a couple days off classes to sit with her. I'll have to
Yeah.
send some messages back home.
I'm pretty
her.
sure Rylan won't mind. As I call my presser my first name basis.
That's his rule.
Yeah.
Like, please. Professor Lara was well,
No.
I don't really have a father. Look, anyways.
I'm not like a regular professor. I'm a
He's like
cool
a-
professor.
Backwards hat
he's like
skateboard.
look, a lot of us have dark backstories, all right? I don't have parents. It's totally normal. Most people don't.
Mhm.
Most adventurers are orphans. I don't know what to tell you. Adventure, Disney hero. Those are your two options. He was very on the fence, though, to be honest.
Honestly, like, yeah, I know. Especially as a bar, like you definitely were Disney hero
Right?
material.
I mean, how much
Yeah.
more charming would the Little Mermaid be if Prince Eric did anything?
Yeah.
It's pretty much like Ryland's the closest to Flynn Rider from Entangled. I'm sure. Just like doesn't seem so like flashy, but tries to be flashy. It's like, I mean, I know I'm hot stuff, but I mean, like, tries a little bit too hard to it.
As a Tangled aside, has anyone seen the TV show?
Yes.
Have you seen all of it?
Not all of it. I've seen like snippets. It's really good, but I've seen
It's
it.
very
I
good.
just haven't
Actually.
had.
It's a really good show. But at one point he finds out he has another name. Like it's just like he keeps having all these fake names, and he's like, "Damn it!" It's quite delightful. Anyways, yeah, no, she's pretty happy to have her sister back. She has to send some messages. Maybe she'll ask one of you to come back, like before, like after classes, and like grab some notes and bring them to like the owlery or wherever they used to send letters.
They call
Okay.
it the Roost.
The Roost. The Roost sounds like a cool bar.
That
was
is
literally the name of my college's like
It's also
late night food option.
it's I think the same thing with when I went to college. It's also the name of the coffee bar in Animal Crossing with Brewster. So I mean, hey, that just popped in my mind.
Well, I don't know if we've really had a proper introduction or if now is the time to do so, but I mean,
I look over at the crew and then also at Veera and Valentina.
I'm Char. Nice to meet you. I'm not sure if. Nice to meet you. I hope you're doing okay.
Okay. Valentina just seems kind of out of it, so.
Don't blame her. It's
Veera
like-
suggests you guys come back tomorrow, and she'll probably be a little bit more settled.
Mhm.
So yeah, you guys are free for the evening. What are you gonna do to celebrate escaping a haunted house? Ice cream social? Ice cream social? Ice cream social? No.
I would probably
Go
sleep.
It
into
has
the
to be
weeks.
something food based, right?
Yeah, like I feel like we just need to go
That's
raid
what
the
we do.
cafeteria. Like,
Oh goodness.
Like-
Mhm.
yeah, especially like, oh, remember those that raw and dusty food that was on that like table of that horrible house? Yeah, no, let's.
And the flames, a glass
Yeah,
of water,
like,
you know,
let's-
a drink, a
Char's
you
just
know,
very
Some fountain
thirsty.
water.
Yeah. Sorry. Why does it have to be fountain water?
It's great. Oh, it's what?
We
some
have
of
a
it's more
fountain
tasty.
here, right?
Well,
Centipede leg
Have
out
you
of my
been
teeth.
drinking the fountain water here at Iskar like this whole time?
could I have been?
I don't know.
Give me a moment.
Oh,
say that fast moving water is the best.
I guess
tasting.
what's
It's-
the quality of the Iskar?
Well, it's like how
fountain
cats.
waterfall
Fountain.
even better.
Yeah, like what's the
if it bruises me when I dip my head in it, delicious.
That's the one.
Char lore that we didn't know.
Charlor, it's like how cats can't drink water, don't like to drink water unless it's flowing or moving.
Yeah.
How does Char drink? Like is he usually like a
Well,
a
cow,
straw?
or does he
Like,
like kind of like mow?
well,
at it?
it's
Like,
think
lap it up.
think
What's
about
this-
how like the bottom of like an alligator or crocodile's like jaw is like a little bit like
so it like
yeah, it can kind of
Acts
extend
like
a
a
little
cup.
bit. Yeah, a little bit. So it's
Yeah.
like he's gotten good at pouring, like doing like as all the cool kids say, waterfall sips of things. So it's like open mouth, just pours it, and you can kind of see it go bloop, down to the bottom of his throat, but then he swallows it, and it tightens back up. But when he's actually submerged, you can just bloop 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 bloop. He just drinks.
don't drown yourself this time.
Char accidentally waterboards himself and Lark's like, I've done that.
He finds
Perfect,
himself
I've done that though.
dripping water in his forehead. Ah, I hate this.
Just like trying to claw it away. Very cute.
I come back.
Water's not as good.
All right. You steal some goodies from the calf. You get lots of different water options for Char, or drink options for Char, to try to sate him.
They're all,
Yeah, they all
Especially
taste a little flat. that's
especially
all.
Dasani.
They taste like Dasani. All of them.
Everything.
Dasani
Water's tainted
is-
to me.
Ugh.
No, I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
Mm-mm.
It'll fade off. Like you'll eventually you'll get your full taste buds back. But for the moment, you're just like
Oh god.
still
Tear
thinking
falls.
about it. You know.
Mhm.
Perfect drink.
Yeah.
Never to be had again. You don't have to go back to that burning, smoldering house. This is why people always get caught going back to the scene of a crime.
Because they need to drink the fountain water at the crime. That's
Water.
every crime. There's always a fountain that has delicious water. That's like a known fact.
Our crimes. They were someone else's crimes that we stumbled upon and solved.
Well, we solved it with crime.
Okay, hold on though. Okay, if they're all dead, what crime did we commit?
Arson.
Okay, but
It's ethically not an issue, I don't think.
if
Well-
a building doesn't belong to anybody, is it still arson?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's the threat of fire spreading that's the big issue here.
Well, I'm more
Well,
worried about the
there
hedge.
was only what was it? It didn't spread to anything, so we're off the hook.
Do we go like flashback to like the smoldering like pile? It's like a
3
helicopter
episodes
shot.
from now, I'm gonna be like a forest fire coming towards this car. What do you do?
I honestly just pictured like flashback to the scene of the crime, like the next day where there's actual sunlight. It's a helicopter going over. You see the news broadcast like reel on the bottom, and like the hedge maze is still burning, but it was like massive, way bigger than we thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh no! Did anyone look at the fantasy television? Oh,
Like, well, we could not have
Skyboard.
predicted that to happen. So
Not at all.
we weren't there. That's it. We weren't there. Nope. Wasn't us.
So, so do we necessarily want to rush to Heaven Horns after this, or should we take a few days off after?
Well,
I take out like a scroll schedule calendar.
Yeah.
I don't think that the actual event starts for a few days. We may miss the ceremony, but that's not an issue.
Oh, fuck the ceremony.
I like to march a bit, but I think it would be funny to pull a Tansy and be like fashionable. Well, I don't think Tansy would be fashionably late, but just to be like
Where is Tansy?
Outline of Tansy blinking.
Fashionably late.
It's
Oh,
fashionably
yeah.
late.
Yeah.
Probably talking to Arda.
Yeah,
probably.
Probably.
Like a little bit talking to Arda. That's all.
Mhm.
And there will be other schools with other welcoming ceremonies. So,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
we're
pretty
really only
sure.
missing one out of. Schools are there?
There's 11.
11. Why did I think there was 5?
I think
No,
there's
we're
5
only
that
doing-
we've
it's
notated.
only
Oh,
5
that's-
visiting.
We're
Yeah.
only doing 5.
Yeah, only 5 are doing the competition.
Got it.
right?
You're
Got
both
it.
right, and you're both
So we're
always
both.
No.
Flips table.
Well,
All right, are you guys gonna go hang out for the night, or are you gonna kind of go your separate ways and just go to the morning?
What is it? Like evening? Nighttime?
You guys, let's see. The time was off, so you guys were leaving in the morning. It's probably only like 4 o'clock.
We still
Dinner
have the
time.
whole
It's
day.
early din-dins.
That's fair.
Exploring haunted houses really built up an appetite.
And I mean, we are experiencing daylight saving, so I mean, like,
Like, so I guess I don't know. Like, do we just all want to take a break after all that? Do we want to?
I do have a big old wooden barrel that I've been trying to savor over the course of this year, celebrating a new semester and all of that. But I have some of that old Kobold rye whiskey. If y'all want to just relax and breathe for the first time in what feels like. I'm not wearing a watch.
Yeah, we got excused from classes, didn't we?
Well, I mean, you were supposed to be elsewhere, so yes, technically you've got under the radar here, and you have a free afternoon in the middle of the week.
Cheating the system.
I mean, I'll probably go to class tomorrow or something like that, but I can live with the night.
Char.
If we're here, I'm gonna make the most of it.
Moss looks so just disappointed right now. Like, you literally have a way to have like at least 2 days off without being pestered.
I'm not burnt out by the work we do as students. I'm burnt out by the shit that's been happening around us.
You actually well, I mean, unsurprisingly, all the paladins are always really happy to go to class because their teacher's so nice.
I love Melker. He's a great professor.
Are you sure Malcor isn't starting a cult? Like, this is getting
Okay.
Which
this is
so
getting
nice,
really
you know?
culty.
He's just supportive. He's so supportive of everybody's dreams.
I won't lie.
Triple class into paladin.
Is there anyone
You
who
want moss in your classes?
No, it is kind of culty. Like, we do a lot of like combat stuff, but there's also a lot of religion stuff that I'm like, I don't want to follow the human religion. But Melker is a bugbear. He understands. He knows. And so it's a little culty. It's a little culty, and I'm
Okay.
Paladins,
I'm glad you recognize
clerics
that.
are also a little culty.
it's
Yeah.
Or
it's the real.
sorcerers
it's-
or wizards.
Well,
Druids. Who isn't culty? I feel like the warlocks are just cool for some reason. The warlocks are
No, warlocks are culty.
warlocks are culty, but they also get results because of their cultiness.
Yeah, like, not to judge them for their cultiness, but they're definitely culty.
Yeah,
I
I would
guess
say
we
fighters.
not culty.
I
Yeah,
mean,
which group?
Fighters? Fighters don't seem culty.
they're just bodybuilders.
Yeah.
I guess
I feel like
fighters,
rogues
yeah.
are too independent by nature.
But
They're-
they're also like criminal networks that feel culty.
That's true. You have
Like-
peaceful allies.
Artificers. Yeah.
Artificers would probably be
Barbarians.
that
It's
built
barbarians.
Well, barbarians aren't sophisticated enough to be culty, but in the same sense,
I don't
with
think
how
barbarians necessarily
simple.
have anything to do with sophistication or not
No.
sophistication.
I will
That's
say
fair.
that all of the monks on the server love being a monk, even though their professor is like the hardest, meanest woman. I'm like always like, I really struggle playing her, and they're like, God, I love her so much. I'm like, she makes you work out until you throw up daily. Why do you like
love
her? And they're
Love
all
it.
just like fucking into it. I don't know. It's got to be like a reason they all hang out.
All the monks, join us.
It's
No.
all bonding. Yeah.
Yeah,
monks
like
are the ones that are
you guys want
definitely-
to go for a run? How far can you run? Well, I can run about 10, so I'm gonna run 25 and see how long it takes me to pass it. Cool. I'm not gonna hang out with you.
No.
I feel like
That's
the
the right response.
monks and the bar, and not the bards, the monks and the rogues always have races because we're both the two fastest classes.
It's
So
the
it's like-
monks try to figure out where the rogues like blur the line of what's fair. Like, is it cheating to like put tripwire out in the path, or
Bards might not be too culty. They might be more like friendly. Like I can see bards making friends with everybody.
Okay.
You know,
I'm
they have
also-
too many interests that touch on everyone else's interests.
I'm also just imagining the music scene, like how like that can get culty. So
Oh, I'm sure some of them are. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
some of them are. Like the ones who are like really cocky about themselves.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Have
I'm
followers.
I'm not a fan of the Caracat hardcore scene. There's a lot of very. It's like you think there's shady people over in the Raven. No, the guy named the Raven in the front of that band. Don't let him near your girlfriends. Don't let him near your boyfriends either. I just don't trust him.
Okay.
Hardcore. I love the genre, but not the music scene.
note to listeners: be careful with your local
Listeners.
hardcore
Anyway,
scenes.
my personal opinion, barbs are the less culty.
Yeah, no, barbs are just. Yeah, I
Look around the shoulders, make sure there's no barbarians nearby. It's like,
I feel like they're not.
I had something I wanted to say and I decided against it.
That's
So-
fair. I do that often. I'm like, never mind. Okay, do we want to skip then to the morning and you guys going to classes, or did you guys want to do anything tonight?
Is my demon book still gibberish? I don't want to like pull it out. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, can I do an identify on the demon?
You guys can start like exploring it more. Yeah, so you guys grab some snacks and kind of circle around the book to try to make sense of it.
let's
Yeah.
go look at the demon book. Not
Well,
the
Can
Yeah.
I
demon
cast
book.
identify on it?
Yes. Lark, you were gonna
Yeah.
try to read it originally, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and then I gotta go find somewhere to go sell my cutlery.
oh, your silver cutlery.
Yeah. Or
Melt
you
down
can
the
keep it and make it
cutlery.
into a sword. You'd be like, this is a
Ooh.
sword. It's made out of all the
Mhm.
forks I stole.
I could take my cutlery to Arda. He right? Melting down. He has a
Yeah,
forge.
Yeah, he
silver
definitely
weapons
has
are
a
actually
forge.
kind of a big deal. So
Yeah, so who else is
selling
gonna...
silver is good.
Okay, excellent. Okay.
Also can be silver plated to save silver, and you can use a cheaper
mm.
ore on the inside.
You know, it'd be
And
so
we know
funny.
Artie uses recycled materials.
That's true. It would be so funny if that silverware all started to lift up and fly towards you like the weapons did.
Get back down. Don't embarrass me.
I'm talking to you, Spoon.
Don't spoon.
Lark, please,
Sorry.
let's start with you. Please give me an Arcana check.
This is not what I'm good at.
Yeah, I feel like none of us are ever good at our
How are we not good at strength
Considering
or
you all
arcana?
have spell casting.
It's wisdom.
Oh, you know what? You can get advantage because you're all working on this together. Like you're a
I'm
team.
also technically casting identify, so that
Yeah.
should help.
Yeah.
But
18.
Not bad. All right.
I learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement and how many charge it has. You
Yeah,
learn whether
so I
any
looked it up.
spells are affecting it, etc.
So I got it there. Okay, so Lark, first thing that happens, you pick it up and you start looking at the pages, and you kind of get this moment where, like, if anyone's ever described like dyslexia, where the letters seem to like shift in their order, you kind of get that. Like as you're looking at it, you suddenly like some of the words seem to make sense in Abyssal. it's still not enough to make total sense of what's in the book, but like you're like, I definitely could not read any of this before, and now I can read like 3 words a page. Meanwhile, as the ritual of Identify is being happening.
Also, like Moss's ritual casting is like everyone, like other people and wizards are like, you need this specific thing. Moss is like, the circle is round enough. It's fine. Like it's like very like half-assed, but it still works. And people are like, how the fuck?
There's a flat like edge on this. Like it looks like it's like a
Yet
flat
you
tire.
still gave Cal shit for his circle.
Yes, I did.
Well, was he trying or was
He was trying. Moss is definitely not trying.
He was trying to get you guys home. He was
Yeah.
more worried about you guys.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
So, yes,
Okay, so you know that this is a magic imbued object. Obviously, you know from kind of the narrative of the house that this used to be a book of something else potentially, and that when they summoned this abyssal creature, it kind of changed the language of all the books. So you know that it is magic imbued from that. Its properties is that it is like a hidden tome, and it needs to be attuned to be able to like fully understand what is going on with it.
Oh.
It's going to try to attune itself with whoever it's near.
I let Lark know that immediately.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to have any kind of malicious, like it doesn't seem to have like charges or any kind of, you know, damaging thing left into it. It's
Okay.
just it's gonna try to attune to whoever's nearest to it. So say like if you don't choose to unattune to it once a week, you're just gonna have an attunement slot that's taken up.
Yeah.
By this book. But maybe that makes it easier to read.
Sure.
How many attunement slots do you have left? I think plenty, right?
Everyone has 3. I don't assume you guys have really much equipped.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah,
much. I only have 1 item.
yeah, I only have 1 as well.
Yeah, I think you'd have 0 or 1. Like you're fine for the time being. Unless of course you don't want to be attuned to it, in which case you just have to make a point of doing it.
Yeah,
Considering that I don't sense anything malicious about the book, I think it's fine.
I
got
think
nothing.
I'm worried that if this ends up being something you actually do attune to, sometimes the things that automatically attune might be cursed, and well, it's not the
I'm
worst
pretty
case scenario.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to know if it's cursed, if it's...
Is that part of the Identify?
I think so.
No, I think, I mean, a lot of Identify is kind of like, yeah, so the text is,
You know its properties and how to use it.
so
Its
if
properties.
it's an
Curse is
item
part
or
of a
magic imbued
property.
item, you learn its properties, how to use it, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, whether any spells are affecting it, what they are, if it was created by a spell, and yeah.
I think you know what it does, but I don't think the word "this is a curse" would pop up in the identification of it.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
how you
okay.
interpret its abilities, maybe.
Yeah, because I think in the past, like, people have done curses as a property of the item. But it's Mel's the GM. I don't know. I've just
I don't know.
different GMs.
It
have
doesn't,
different
I don't know, it seems fine,
interpretations.
right? As fine as it can be, being a book that was magically rewritten by demons who entered this world.
It's up
I mean,
to
the
you.
demon did help a friend of yours, you know? Like, this demon
Supposedly.
didn't, you know, it didn't do its own thing. It helped, right? It did some stuff.
Maybe it didn't
murdered
want to
some
be
assholes.
summoned.
It gave Char a nice meal in the form of centipedes.
1.
And now Char, are you trying to go sneak off to the fountain again?
No, the fountain here isn't good.
Okay.
I'm enjoying the little.
I have these like it's like how there's like whiskey stones that you would normally have for those type of hard liquors, but the cup itself is like a chilled whiskey stone, and so
I have my drink, and that's I'm living off of it.
oh, little smoke comes out the nose.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess you can attune to it. I don't know. Do what you want.
Don't get hurt.
Don't
Right?
get hurt.
You know
Don't do
what?
it alone
Part
in case
of
it is
being
evil.
an adventure
I
is
guess.
attuning to things. Weird things, exciting things, dangerous things.
Yeah,
things.
university is all about experimentation. Some would say.
And worst case scenario, you can always just like make it into like little origami things and give it to people you don't like.
That's true.
Oh, that would it try to attune separately as different sheets?
I don't know. Are you gonna rip up the book to find out?
No, I'm just curious. Like this is just a Luna question at this point.
It's a good question.
Abyssal Death Note.
Abyssal death.
It's
I write. Do you know
the
whose
future
name on
that
the
you killed everyone in.
on the margins on the board?
Oh goodness.
Have you guys? This is like an aside. I don't watch The Simpsons anymore because
I know.
so long.
I know what you're asking.
Have you seen they're doing a new the new parody they're doing for, I don't know if it's a Halloween one or if it's just doing Death Note with Lisa's light.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Like the art style is totally different.
It's animated by the studio that did Death Note.
It's weird. It's like it's a collaboration. Like
It's
I don't
so
know.
good.
It's
Smart.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I've only seen like the preview.
It's good. It's good.
You've seen the whole episode?
I've seen I've seen like 5-10 minutes of it. If it's not the whole episode, then I've seen most of it, I think.
There you go. There's a special little. Is it a Halloween? Is it the Halloween one?
I don't know. I think it might be because it came out for that time in the,
right?
Yeah.
Seems spooky. Anyways, that's my Death Note aside. Laura's Death Note it sits in her room now.
Lonely.
Yeah. Okay. So morning. Everybody goes home, gets some sleep.
Goes next door.
I mean, you all live like down the hall. Like,
Yeah, I feel like I don't let
long
Lark sleep alone after this book is attuned to her. Like I'm just like, we shouldn't leave her alone. Just
Lark doesn't sleep alone.
Oh yeah, you
This
were Cal.
is her storage locker.
True.
This
Okay.
is the
Cal,
school
keep an
toy
eye on her.
locker.
She has a weird book.
No, do not tell him about the book. We're not talking. Just it's a book. It's fine.
I got a new book.
A new book.
Fine.
So
I'll go see.
are you leaving the book behind here then?
I'll take it with me. It's my book.
You're gonna bring it
Yeah.
to Cal's house.
Yeah.
All right. That'll be fine.
It's just
Cool.
a book.
It's just a book.
It's just a magic
Yeah.
abyssal book you got from a burning house that summoned you.
Yeah.
And that's magically attuning to you slowly so you can read what it says.
Blood basement.
I told you, I am saving the revelation of the demon book for when I have to bring the horse inside.
It's true. You do have a list of things to distract from the fact that you want to bring your horse to the Cal's house.
Yeah, no, I'll put it on the shelf. Just nice and cozy in between the other books.
I'm going to bed.
So it's not alone. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Doesn't get lonely.
I care a lot about this book all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Are you gonna name it? I haven't. You will find out the name of the book eventually. But right now, I just have it listed as Lark's Tome.
I put it in my inventory as demon book, but you know,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
cool too.
Its
That's cool
name,
too.
its name is Gary. What the fuck? Another Gary?
Too many
Gary, the
Garys.
Abyssal Demon book.
Getting suspicious.
Oh, too many
Yeah,
Garys.
it's getting real suspicious.
Alrighty. Yeah. So you go to bed. You all have a lovely night's sleep. Lark doesn't get as much sleep as everyone else, but that's normal. Wink. And morning comes. Who wants to do a class first?
Not
Wants to
Moss,
do the
because since
team
when is she ever
first.
on time?
I mean, I bet Paladin class is pretty early on compared to the other classes. So I feel like it might be a good Paladin class char moment.
Ready Liza's got this. It's like it's already your precious. Like starts losing hair.
What do you mean after throw this
Happens
book
over,
into a
like-
volcano?
No, that's not until you get rid of the precious.
That's
Yeah.
true. It's fine when you have it.
As long as you have the precious, you're good. Upon losing the precious. You say this like I haven't watched Lord of the Rings many times. No, it's fine. It's just a book.
Sorry, I missed who was actually going first. Did you say it was you? Okay.
Again.
Okay. So, you show up. So, paladin classes are one of those classes where, I mean, this happens fairly often. You guys occasionally get a note in your little bowl that says tomorrow's classes will be held here. So sometimes you're outside, sometimes you're inside, depends on what you're focused on. It's a beautiful, like, hang on, what season is it? Do you guys remember what season it is?
I think it's spring, because
I think it's spring too, because it's fall in the server, so I think it's spring here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's a lovely spring day. The birds are chirping, the trees are blooming. It's a lovely day to be a paladin as Char wakes up. Big Char stretches. Get one of those good full body stretches. You have like every other person has like a fairly normal sized bed because you're little. You're like, yeah.
I think the bed that I had, I put it out in the hall at the very beginning because it was like I didn't need it because I put the desk out there. I think the bed was either taken or moved because I set myself up a little like cave den type of thing.
I'm like, you made no mega nest. That's right.
Yeah.
My mistake. Everyone made no mega nest.
I also think I have some sort of it's more of like I sleep on the hard floor and that's not an issue. So it was still good. I still need to stretch though because it's still concrete probably.
I swear I'm gonna stop making references, but if you've seen the Owl House, Char always reminds me a little bit of King.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I just imagine some very King energy.
I need to catch up on the Owl House.
It's an excellent show. He's adorable. King is like this little. He's like a little dog-like kind of creature, but he's like, I'm the king of demons, and he's always like, but he's actually
like the first episode they're introduced is not really a spoiler. He's trying to get his Burger King crown.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Because he lost his real crown, so he's got to get new crowns. But he's very cute, very sweet character.
Adorable.
Excellent show. But anyways, I just imagine the way he comes out and he's got almost like animalistic, like a little butt wiggle stretch, and then back into humanoid kind of actions.
The weird gurgles and like grunts of any monstrous race that somebody wants to really presume they make, you probably actually hear in the morning.
So the note that you get this morning from Melker is basically says to come to class today in the fields just past the training area, like the sparring areas. There's like flower fields and stuff nearby. To meet there and to wear not your armor but comfy attire, something you feel good in. What's Char wear?
Gray sweatpants and a sweatshirt now.
Ooh, Char! No. It's gray sweatpants season?
No, well, I don't know. He probably just wears some relatively baggy jogger type pants, but his top he's wearing is almost poncho like. It's very like baggy, like the sleeves probably are only like half sleeves, but they're big and open, kind of dressy and flowy, and probably goes down to like mid thigh. But they look less casual than you would expect them to be, but they're pretty casual.
Yeah, they're casual for Char, who wears.
They're in like greens and grays, very very dulled colors, but they're pretty matched up well with his orange complexion.
All right, you make your way out towards the field and you see some of the other paladin students assembled. Everyone seems like kind of a little chatty. It's very rare that Melker is not here long before you guys are, so people are just kind of like, hey, what's going on? Like, what do you think we're doing today?
Oh, it's strange. I mean,
is this like the first time we've ever been told to come to class not in armor?
I would say it when you're not in a classroom. Like,
okay.
When you're in, the class, he's like, don't bother. But if you're outside, you're usually wearing your armor.
I probably have like the armor I wear like in like a rucksack or something like that I hang over my shoulder.
Everybody's hidden their armor somewhere just in case.
Absolutely, and I'm just like,
who knows? I mean, I brought it to be prepared, but it's kind of nice. I feel flowy.
Flexible. I feel like an airbender. So out towards, I guess, after a little while, you guys notice someone calls out that Melker is coming towards you guys. And he's carrying some like a very, very large box.
Is it? You said very, very large. Like, is it like twice his size?
You could definitely like relax inside it.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like a pretty good
Like a char coffin.
Okay.
No, it's taller
no!
than that. It's pretty square.
So is it like 4x4x4 in a way?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright.
He makes his way over. He doesn't seem to be having too much trouble with it, other than that he can't really see past it to see where he's going. But hey, maybe he has blind sense. It's fine.
Paladins, man.
Paladins. Who needs eyes? Yeah, he drops the box down beside beside the students, and you all kind of gather around. He turns to you all and he says, being a paladin is more than fighting, is more than defending, is about beauty, love, courage, friendship. He turns to you and he says, is about light, being the light for yourself and for others around you when they can only see darkness. He opens the top of the box, and it's taller than you. Do you want to like hop or something to see, or are you just gonna wait?
I'm just gonna wait. I think I'm gonna walk to like the front to where he is. So if like we're all in a crowd, if I was to the side, I'm gonna go more towards the front of the box. But I'm gonna just wait until he gives direction if someone's gonna open the box or go into the box, take something out, or if he's gonna describe it.
He reaches into the box and he lifts out a piece of canvas stretched over wood. And he begins to hand them out, one to each student. So it's kind of like, let's say so it's a 2 foot by 2 foot piece of canvas in wood.
Painting?
Then at the very bottom, he pulls out another box, and it's got all kinds of different materials used for painting or drawing. So there's colored pencils, there's different kinds of paints, in all kinds of different colors. They look like they've been used before. Nothing here is brand new. It's very much like, you know, what the school has. And he says, to protect beauty, art, love, you must delight in it yourself. So today's assignment that you're going to do is you all have to go and paint something that you feel passionate about.
Professor Velker, excuse, question.
Yes, Big Heart.
It's me.
Everyone has a nickname.
I want to hear more about that. I'll ask you about that later.
Does it have to be something that we are going to be able to see in front of us, or is it something that we see in our hearts and minds too?
It can be hard for some to see such things in their mind. If you can, you should.
Wonderful.
Beauty can come with pain, despair, but also love and joy. Paint what you feel with your heart. So yeah, you have 2 hours to go paint something with your to show to your fellow students.
I know exactly what I want to paint.
Oh, Char! Okay, what do you so conceptualize for us? What's this looking like?
So, if it's just like a 2x2 canvas that we actually have, is it white canvas or is it like whatever? I'm guessing it's probably just dyed white canvas or something like that to be prototypical.
Yeah, you can always modify it too. Like if you want to be like, I'm modifying this to make my own shape or whatever.
I'm gonna keep it as is. There's beauty in confinement sometimes, or in restrictions, as Char tells himself. I think he's gonna try to get. He initially reaches for one of the pieces of charcoal and goes, charcoal.
That's not gonna work.
I
Puts it
did
down.
it.
But he's gonna pick up some oil. It's like an oil pencil type of thing. He's gonna pick up some of those and a sketching pencil. And he's gonna start making about a third on the bottom there. He kind of divides the canvas up into quadrants of 9, so it's like 3, 3.
3D bunch style.
Exactly. So Ready Lies, don't spoil it. And he's trying to take in all the like the artsy things about performance that he's like,
Okay, well, it's a lot of metaphors, and I'm trying. It's a lot of metaphors, so I'm.
he's gonna paint something that's very important to him, that's been very impactful, and he starts by the bottom third, sketching out the lake from the not the beach, but from the shrine. The perspective of the actual shrine that's been cleaned up is going to be more on the right side, following the actual line on the on the right of the canvas, and then the lake, maybe some forest, and maybe a silhouette of the school in the background if it's higher up on a hill, and there's going to be just the lake is looking very serene. Once he starts adding colors to it, it's going to be mostly green and blue, with highlights of like grays, blacks, and shadows of like grays, blacks, and purples to be in for shadows specifically. So it's going to look like a almost fayish looking take on the lake itself, and then right where the sun is, there's a silhouette of something, and from that silhouette is like that purpley shadow being cast out, and it might just so happen to be in the form of a dragon, very nondescript dragon, because everyone knows Char is obsessed with dragons, so there's a little dedication in the purple, but that's generally what it is. It's going to be a landscape of the lake and Char's view of its brilliance and its importance to him.
Oh, Char. All right.
Painting.
So you're gonna make a combination of 3 checks. You can choose what they are.
Sure.
What are they going to bring into your painting? So you can pretty much choose anything if you want. Like, I can't think of one you couldn't use in some way.
So could it be that the skill I use, like if I was to do like intimidation, like the intimidation I feel personally of Opal's existence, and
yeah, you're capturing your inner feelings about what's happening,
yes,
right? And what this means to you. You're supposed to be feeling it, not just painting it.
Exactly.
Feel it with your little heart.
So first, I think he's going to roll. I think he's gonna roll maybe perception, just to see if he can picture the lake as it is.
Okay.
Or would you rather me roll history for that or something like that?
No, perception's fine. Yeah, so do like a perception to kind of mock everything out and where you want it to be.
7.
Okay. You have it very clearly in your head that everything is of a certain proportion.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that something, but I guess unintentionally, is bigger than you meant it to be. Like, it becomes more of a center point.
The school in the
painting.
background.
There you go.
Or
there's like maybe the school has a little bit more of a like presence than you expected it to have.
that's almost metaphoric. Goodness. And then I would do intimidation for, in the process of painting, how I want to portray my feelings for dragon.
For dragon?
Oh, that's incredible. That's a 22. I got a 19 on the die.
Damn.
That is poetic there too. And lastly, it would just be performance for making sure it is cleaned up well and is presented and doesn't look sloppy. Like doesn't look like there's shavings underneath anything. It's going to be mostly just for presentation.
Clean lines, yeah.
And that's going to be a very, very strong 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that probably maybe the background is a little bit more dreamlike and the foreground is a little bit more, or vice versa, you know?
Yeah.
One side's a little more realistic, one bit's a little bit more dreamy. So it comes together and it's not exactly how you pictured it, but it makes you feel things.
I feel like it's not how I pictured it, but it's the way I felt it would.
Yeah.
So I feel that works out. I feel like that's all right.
So you head back at the end of kind of near towards the end. I guess there's probably an hour left of classes. And you can see that people are setting their paintings up kind of against different trees in the area, just kind of like setting them against the base. And people are just walking around looking at each other's artwork. Is there anything special about the tree you pick?
Probably not. I don't think Chard thought that deeply into his positioning. If anything, he probably picked one that is very either unassuming or has some other specific paintings around it that he didn't intend that would be around it. Some that like maybe overshadow his a little bit. And he's like, "Oh,
Char.
that's fine. It's not important that what's around it. He's happy with what he did, but he's just like,
That's a little bit of a bummer.
Oh, Char.
he's not taking it hard. He's just
Yeah.
any sort of art as a metric type of thing.
The arch metrics. Okay, yeah. So everybody walks around taking a look at different artwork that people have created. And you as well, kind of just strolling through, seeing what your colleagues have created. And yeah, like it's probably what you expect, right? Some of them are more done as if they're, not as skilled at art. Some of them are seemingly very talented at it. Some of them aren't even totally finished. And you're not sure if that was an artistic decision or if it was just they didn't have enough time. They didn't kind of know what they were doing.
I'm curious on because I have a few of the student names written down. There's the first year Tiefling Paladin, Syrah. And I feel like Char doesn't know much about like Tieflings in general. So I think he's gonna look and try to see if he can find her piece of art. And I think that's like there's maybe like one. I think it's like whoever else is like top of the class. He's like, I'm curious about them. And the other person was Beatrice, I think, who was
Syrah
top
and
of the
Beatrice.
class.
I think the other two you've known.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me jumbles.
Let's see what I get when I search for random art online. Scrolling, that one. Okay. So, it looks like Syrah has done this, drip painting. So she's got like a whole bunch of different droplets of paint. And what she's kind of done is made it look like there's like one side is very like reds and oranges, blacks, and the other side is more the color of like the grass and the like sky today. And it seems to be sort of a duality between these two things. I don't know if you could ask her about it, but yeah.
I'm not sure I'm gonna ask about art unless I'm asked about art myself. So I'm gonna just nod. Maybe I have a little notebook and like,
A duality. Okay.
Oh, duality. Interesting. Duality. I like it. So yeah, and then next one you said was Beatrice's.
yes.
Beatrice seems like she is like a very good painter. Like she's good with this art. She has done like what looks like some kind of horrible monster with like this gaping maw and these teeth that overlap and these eyes that just seem to follow you.
Wow. I feel like
it's really a little bit like you're like, wow, but the longer you look at it, the more you're like, I don't really want to look at this anymore.
I think that draws Char in. The more he's like,
For something, for a project to show beauty, what a strange choice.
and I think he might kneel in front of it and be like,
Wow.
Really take it in. And it is beautifully done. Like it's beautifully composed, and like the lines are like intentional. There's like almost this sadness in the creature's eyes as well as this anger. Like it's this strange mix of emotions that just kind of gets you, you know?
Mm-hmm. Makes me feel like a tungsten dragon was looking at it. Ugh.
sadness and anger.
Whoa, buddy. Yeah. As you're looking around, you spot one as well that Melker has created.
Ooh.
It's very corny. It's a picture of like he's painted the field that you're in, and he's painted almost like caricatures of each of you. So there's like a little Char, and he says mouth of like ah. It's very cute.
I like that a lot.
So they're all just like these like adorable little caricatures of each of the other students in the class.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get to keep these?
Yes. Keep as a memory, as a reminder.
Chard goes to himself.
I don't think I'm gonna keep this.
Yeah, give it to somebody?
I think I have a gift in mind, maybe.
Oh, there you go. I like it. Okay. Awesome. You have a piece of art.
Art.
Art. Well done, Char.
Thank you. Char class is over.
And Beatrice.
Oh, that's sick.
Some sick art.
Wow.
So, well done. That was your paladin class for today. You can tell that, like, you know that Melker takes time to try to show the value of all the different subclasses, but you can't help but feel that the connection to light and protection and things like that it really touches on the things that you care about, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to find a picture that's close to what Char would have.
Chart.
Char
We
would
need
have
somebody
charted.
who's an artist to do a actual sketch of what it is.
For real.
or yeah, so I feel like if there's one person that ever stick figures, 100%.
It's probably close to more accurate. I'll find something.
Okay, well done. There's your paladin class for the day. A little bit of a different one today, but Melker's about making good. He wants everyone to feel good, you know? He's never going to push you to the point when you break, because, you know, you need to help each other. You got to support people. You got to support each other.
It's a much needed class.
Put on your own oxygen mask before you put on others.
It's true. That's true.
All right, who wants to go next? Sorcerer class or rogue class?
No preference.
Shall we roll? Roll off.
Roll off?
Sure.
Okay. We've got sorcerer.
Hey.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, you show up to your sorcery classes. Anything different today than usual? What's your usual routine heading to class?
Show up extra early, stand outside with my books. Total brown noser.
Absolutely.
That's the usual. Yeah, maybe like a.
Do you walk Hal to his class first and then go to yours, or does he drop you off?
Yeah. We'll do, or like it's a rotate, like one day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We walk this way.
On Thursdays, we walk this way.
Yeah. Mix it
Okay.
up.
So, class kind of sets in as it usually does. You've been studying a lot about obviously different subclasses as well. There's a lot of people who have either chosen, or I guess actually no, sorcerers, you pick it right away. Learning about how different kinds of styles of magic work. And you're kind of on the unit on, I guess, more chaotic energy, kind of stuff that Kaylin really loves teaching. Excuse me. And she shows up and she's holding in her hand when she enters the room. See how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she walks in and she brings her hands up, and a series of small magical orbs appear in her hand. They kind of like rotate in a circle, if you imagine that. And she doesn't really kind of introduce you to the topic today so much as she says, do you know what these are? Go on, brown noser. You can do an arcana or something if you want to try to figure it out.
Sure, yeah. Also, still not my skill. That's a 21. Okay.
Look
Never
at
mind.
you, you're fine.
Look, I do know.
You hang out with Enris. So like you know this spell. You've seen Enris use this spell. She has, it seems to be, a series of chromatic orbs floating in her hands. Yeah, so she
I feel
says,
like I've been hit with one of those before. Sorry.
how did it feel? Felt bad.
It felt bad.
Didn't feel very good. She starts in a bit of a lecture, and this is kind of one of the more focused ones you've heard from her. And she starts going into the value of different kinds of damage types. She definitely spends a little while kind of going into talking about how some schools of magic are so focused on just what they do that they lose out on other things. She points out that some wizards choose like a school of magic to specialize in and won't choose anything outside of that. And you can tell that her belief is that you should have flexibility. Oh, hang on. Amber alert. Toronto. Okay. Not that I'm going outside where I would see anybody, but yeah. So she is going to have you guys each pair up, and you're going to try to attack your ally, the person across from you, with the right kind of energy.
Oh. Okay.
You're like, oh goody.
Okay.
So you get paired up with someone you haven't talked to in a while. The sexy boy you met on day 1. I'm going to get his name because I don't remember what it is. Do you remember?
I have it in my book. If he was a cleric. Are we all?
Oh shit, you're right. He's not.
Yeah.
I forgot you switched classes.
I was
haven't
just about
been
to
in
say
sorcerer
something.
class before.
I forgot. Screw it. You're against your friend Zara because I know Zara's stuff offhand.
Okay.
All right. So you head to the training room, the spell casting room, and she basically is going to. So you guys have been practicing kind of different kinds of magic, and you should all be able to first off call upon the spell. So she has you basically just kind of sit, meditate on it until you feel like you're ready to go, and then when you are, you line up across from each other, and we'll see what you do. So basically what's going to happen is you will choose. She hands out these like little, they're like little candies, and you can pop one in your mouth, and each one of them will make you resistant to a different kind of damage. So you kind of are trying to figure out as you go what the aptitude is that the other person has chosen, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You're just gonna try to hit your friend as many times as you can.
Yep, that's what I was gonna do.
So you need to choose, and you can do this secretly. You don't have to tell us, but you can. What kind of energy resistance you want to have. So you have acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, and thunder.
It's just fire.
Okay. Okay. Yep. A handy one. All right. So Zara's also going to choose. I'm going to pick randomly because that feels better. All right. So you will now take turns trying to hit each other with chromatic orbs. So choose which kind you want and try to throw the spell at her. So use a ranged spell attack, not a random spell attack.
Any ranged?
So you'll be using the chromatic orb spell specifically. You're just trying to guess which, like, you're trying to find an element she's not immune to.
Yeah, I don't have chromatic orb though.
Well, you're going to get it.
I don't.
This example.
Okay.
You're gonna get it.
But I don't have it, so I can't look at it, and I can't click it to make it happen in roll 20.
Oh, honey.
Okay.
You're like, I'd use real dice now?
Yeah, okay. Is that a wisdom based, I'm assuming?
So your spell save, your ranged spell attack should be the same no matter what. I will throw the spell into the chat for you.
Help! This is not what I do.
This
He's
is
like,
why
I don't
love
want to
5e
fight.
Tools. 5etools.com, people. Not sponsored, but I love it.
Okay, and it is.
So you will be able to, if you want to try to
Okay.
roll some kind of check, to see if you can guess based on something she's doing, what resistance she's chosen. You can do one random roll before you try to attack.
Yeah, sure.
All right, what skill do you want to try to use to figure out it?
I mean, perception?
Okay. Yeah?
I mean, that would be the way to do it, right? I mean,
Do it up. I believe in you.
I mean, would it be like super cheating if I use detect thoughts?
No.
No?
You're allowed to do what you want.
Yeah, okay, I'll use detect thoughts then.
How long does detect thoughts work for?
Up to
It's
a
a
minute.
while, right? Okay. So is it con? Do you have to do concentration?
Concentration, yes.
Okay, so if she hits you, she'll have a chance to save against it, but does she have to try to do something to avoid getting detect thoughts in, or does that just happen?
Yeah, it is a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. Come on.
Yo.
She failed.
Okay. Sweet.
You are now in her head. And she's thinking, okay, so Lark, she's a healer, but she does also take all those classes about being tortured. She talks a lot about being drowned. Maybe cold? I'm gonna try cold.
Okay. Okay. Does she say anything about what her resistance? Like what? I got a minute, so
That's true. That's true.
There's you could have
hang on, I just need a minute.
Yeah,
just a second.
Sorry, my hands are really sweaty. I'm just really sweaty right now.
Zara's like, okay, I think thunder. Yeah, thunder. It's like loud. I'm a good singer. I can scream. Yeah, let's try that.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
Okay. That'll
you're gonna give yourself resistance to thunder damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So initiative roll, I guess. Let's see which of you goes first.
14.
She goes first.
Okay.
All right. She is going to shoot a chromatic orb at you if she can and try to hit you with some of that tasty water. Cold. I know what I'm talking about. Range spell attack. 25. She rolled well, okay? It's not, she's not gonna, she's the same level. Wait, is she the same level as you? Anyways. She's the same level as you, it's fine. You take 8 damage. No, 7, rounded down. You take 7 damage because it is halved because you have some resistance to it. And you can see she's kind of like, ugh.
Okay. Then
now it's your turn to attack her.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see if I hit first. 20 to hit it.
Yep.
I thought so. I hope so.
Chromatic orb does a fair amount of damage too.
I mean, it says that it at as long as I cast a 2nd level or higher, that should be 48.
Yeah. If you want to just destroy your, go for it.
Absolutely. You think I want to do this any longer than I
down?
Have to? It's nothing against you.
Knock her in her ass.
Fighting makes me uncomfortable, and I want to get it over with. It has nothing to do with her. Okay.
You guys are reading buddies. You're buddies. She'll get it. She'll understand.
Yeah. Okay. Then I guess I'm gonna go. You said I can use any of those, right?
So you can use any of the spell effects. You know that she is at the moment resistant to cold.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. Okay, I had to pick right. She's only resistant to 1, right? Other than her natural, other than natural resistances, do those count?
That's a good question. I'm gonna say that you know Zara well enough to know that she does a lot of fire-based magic, but she doesn't have any resistances yet.
Okay, I was gonna say that's exactly what I'm thinking, which is why I wasn't gonna go with fire. I'm gonna go with acid. It doesn't really matter, right? I think out of all the things that she would not be, I think acid would be the one.
Sure, you spray acid in her face. 4d8 of that acid to your friend.
I don't like this. 16 damage.
Okay. It slams into her, and she goes, "Ow! Good shot."
So sorry.
All right. Next round, you get to pick one more resistance, and she's like, so you're in her head. You can hear her be like, "Okay, all right." So she didn't use. Oh, I don't want to get with acid again. Is it too predictable if I pick acid? Oh my god, what do I do? I hate this. This is awful. Poison. I don't want to get poisoned. She's not gonna use acid on me again. Yeah.
Okay, and so if she's going for poison, then I'll do my poison resist.
You're so evil. I love it.
Look, this is what good is detect
Mind
thoughts?
reading. No, I get it. You came to win. What's your second resistance you choose?
Fire. I think I probably say this for that. Yeah.
Okay. So she goes next. She's gonna try to hit you, and she chooses acid back. 21.
All right. I'm gonna make it to the next round.
She's coming at you with acid. Oh my god, min damage. 6. It's not minimum. She rolled 3 2s.
Okay.
6 damage, even though you didn't resist the thing she's shooting at you. You, however, know that if you hit her, you got her.
Yeah,
all
like
I attack.
All I can do is hit her. Okay. Then if that's the case, let's see. That's an 18 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And because she said it, I am gonna go acid again.
Okay. She's not gonna hit me with acid twice. She didn't do that to me. I'm her friend. Acid twice.
They all hurt equally, okay? I can't imagine if it's doing. They're all doing the same amount of damage. I'm sure acid damage is just as bad as fire damage, right?
Yeah, I imagine it feels a little different. But
They
like,
hurt.
do people have preferences for their type of damage that they?
Probably. That sounds.
I mean,
like
in real life, that's true.
kink to me.
All right. Are you gonna do max level one again?
It's 10 damage.
Zora passes out.
I didn't even roll that well. Okay, I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna heal her. But I'm gonna check and make sure like Kaylin sees that she's down. Like,
See, win! I did it.
Yeah,
I dominated.
As long as Kaylin sees that she's gone down, then I'll.
Insight if you want to see what your teacher thinks.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah. Where is that? Oh, there it is. I'm okay at that. I'm good at that. 18.
She's surprised and impressed. She kind of thought you were a little bit of a sissy, you know? You're
She's
always
not wrong.
like, I don't know how to heal. I don't hurt anybody, but then you dominated in 2 rounds.
I had 1 hit point left. That was like, it was.
You have more than that, don't you?
No, I have 14 hit points. You did 7 and then 6. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that was not like I didn't whoop anybody. I got lucky. Well, I mean, I cheated. I didn't cheat. That's not cheating. I used the skills that I had to win. Anyway, I'll save that moral dilemma for later.
So you heal Zara, and she opens her eyes, and she's like, "Oh, that was really intense."
I'm so sorry. I hate these games. This is no fun.
Why do you hate them? You're so good at it.
No, that was very lucky. I'm very lucky. That's all. Just luck.
But you seem to just know what I was gonna do. Yeah. Well, like, I mean, you're like if you look at somebody really hard for a few seconds, and then you like think about what they're thinking, and then sometimes you can hear what they're thinking. No? Did you use detect thoughts on me?
I didn't. I might have a little bit.
You little snake! And she punches you in the arm playfully.
It was. I have 1 hit point left. How hard does she hit me?
No.
I'm just kidding.
She's not very strong. She could only do like a little bit of damage regardless. You owe me a new book.
Absolutely. Oh, wait till you see my new demon book. I got a demon book.
You have a demon book?
Demon book.
That's so cool. I don't have any demon books. Where'd you get it?
We can share a demon book.
Why didn't you bring me back one?
Well, because I could only grab so many, and I grabbed a lot of cutlery at the same time.
Grab cutlery.
Because it's worth money.
Oh, right.
I mean, and I don't know if the books work because they'd already summoned a demon with them, so maybe it's like 1 use and not...
What? You have a demon summoning book, and we're hanging out after this.
Okay. Don't tell anybody that I have a demon book, okay? Because then they'll probably confiscate it, and I haven't really read most of it yet, so just...
Did you tell Cal? Of course you did.
No, because then I think he wouldn't want it on his bookshelf, and I didn't want to leave it alone.
You left it on his bookshelf?
I didn't want to leave it alone, and it feels kind of like we're friends, and I didn't want to leave it in my room by itself.
Why didn't you bring it to class with you?
Well, because I don't want to put demon books just carrying them around with me.
Why not?
Because what if somebody looks in my bag or steals my bag?
What if the book is reading minds and it reads his mind?
Whose mind?
Cal's. If you left it in his house, why not?
But he's not there. He's not there. I'm not there.
Does he have a cat?
No,
He seems like a cat guy to me.
he's a horse guy.
Really?
Yeah, horse boy, like full on.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's got daddy issues.
Ugh. I mean, more than that, but
Yeah, so you guys gossip about Cal while your friends get shot down
Right,
across the
kill each
room.
our assignment's done already.
We finished early.
We finished
Just
early.
hang out. Yeah, well done. You impressed your teacher, and you know, now you have access to a new spell. Look at that! Now you can do extra damage sometimes if you want.
Yay!
No more guiding bolt? No more only guiding bolt.
Yeah. I mean, guiding bolt's not bad. It's 5d6. So 5d6, 48. Which is better? I don't know.
Well, and if it has elemental resistance, that's when it's gonna help.
yes. I'm gonna have to write
But
that in there.
you're right. It probably makes more sense for. You can. I'll show you after how you can add it to D&D Beyond, because you
Thank
can
you.
actually add it as an extra spell and it'll list it and everything.
Yeah. Let me cheat.
You have to fiddle. Okay, awesome. Last but not least, Zaroging class.
Zeroing class.
Zerogs.
Yeah.
Zerogs.
Always fashionably late. As always.
Yeah, you don't have rakish audacity yet, but you have the audacity to come into class late.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Today, you are, as you were given the instructions for the day, you're like, oh, I'm gonna kick ass at this. I'm gonna kick ass at this. Like the cockiness, just, yeah. So what you're gonna try to do today is you and, basically you all are going to be like hanging out, like kind of like, you know, those like games you have as kids where you walk around and you bump into each other and you ask questions and stuff. So you're going to be in one of those, but every time you bump into somebody, you have to try to find a way to make them attack you. You want to get them so upset, so frustrated that they give you an opening. And what she wants you to do is pay attention to, so yeah, Rain explains that you are going to try to get them to attack you, and then you're going to try to step away before they actually hit you.
Okay.
So you've got a joint thing here of trying not to get other people to make you attack them, and also, yeah.
Okay, so my goal is to make myself attackable
And not let them get to you.
but not let them get to me. Okay.
And as somebody who has some bard abilities, it sounds a lot like what you might do with what's the bard one that lets you antagonize people?
Vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery. You're like, I can make so many people want to hit me.
Yeah, can't I just vicious mockery them to like, this is like a serious question.
You can definitely try. Like Lark found a way to play with the assignment.
Let me double check. Do I have yeah, I do have vicious mockery.
Yeah, right? So I don't know how many uses you have of it, or
it's a cantrip, I think. Isn't it?
You're good. You're good. So you can just walk around the room making everyone try
I'm
to
pretty
attack
sure
you.
I'm pretty sure it's a cantrip.
Cool.
Now
So
you're having me doubt my life, but
Rain takes a moment to like explain to different basically the different
yeah, it's a cantrip.
Like about the different archetypes, and explains that one of the things that is known to be a thing for the swashbucklers, if anyone chooses to be that, is basically this ability to land a strike and then slip away, to be able to make it so people can't attack you. So you're going to try to convince them to attack you and then basically make them angry that they can't actually do it.
Also with vicious mockery, they have disadvantage on their next attack. So like,
as soon as somebody attacks, they are out of the contest. So it's to see who's last man standing.
God, this is a perfect challenge for Moss, and it hurts how perfect.
You're like, ugh. Like across the room, you can just see that West is like, fuck you, you piece of shit. So angry.
I don't even think she's like, yes. I think she's just smirking. She's like, oh, it'll be fine.
Yeah. So do you have any specific strategy of how to do this? Like, are you gonna aim for anybody you know? Or...
I do not want to aim for West because she hates me enough.
Okay.
Okay. It's not because I actually fear her. Now, if West does try to come for me, I will, like, but
For the record, I'm not afraid of her. I don't
even hate her. I'm just like,
she hates you.
Literally, she hates me. I've tried to be nice to her.
Yep. Many people have.
Anyway, I think the goal is vicious mockery. It doesn't count as an attack, right? In her eye, or is it a spell attack technically? It's a saving throw.
Ooh, good. She will specify as soon as they attack you with their weapon.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So basically,
you all got a dagger in hand.
Yeah.
You take your class daggers. You have dagger 17.
Put the dagger away. I'm just gonna put the dagger away.
I for some reason I love the idea that it's like a classroom that's like kind of like poor, so like they have a box full of daggers, and like dagger 16 is a little offhand, like a little lopsided. And
can I grab like the worst dagger just as
right? Like go get, like, you don't have daggers. You guys definitely have your own. I just like the idea of there being class daggers for no reason.
They're the ones that are less stabby, so that we don't actually kill each other. Especially when there's some of us here who probably have the assassin properties. So like,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So you head into the center of the room with the rest of the class, and everybody's kind of looking at each other kind of warily. You're sort of like in a circle to start. Like, the plan is to kind of be more mashed up and bumping into each other, but everyone starts kind of staring at each other in a circle. Do you try to start? Do you wait? What's your strategy here?
I am going to actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna put the dagger away. I'm just gonna start doing dagger tricks, like just waiting.
Just doing calisthenics, just like flipping out hand to hand, hanging out. You're like, "What's up, guys?"
Yeah, that's pretty much Boss's vibe right now. Can I make a performance check just to see how cool I look?
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a performance. I was gonna say either sleight of hand or performance, depending on which you want.
Oh, I can. Do you have a preference or?
No, it's just whether or not it's more showy or more like skillful. You know how sometimes things look showy, but they're not actually that hard to do.
Oh, well, I'll do performance. So. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm going for like showy or skillful.
So I'd say skillful is sleight of hand. Showy is performance.
I think since it's class, I'm gonna do sleight of hand.
Because there are other rogues here.
Yeah, like
they know your game.
They know the game. I got a dirty 20 because I have a +7 to sleight of hand.
Yep.
Yeah. So dirty 20.
Cool. Yeah. You're gonna try to, I guess.
I feel like that's a taunt for in certain people anyway. That I'm
just right.
Yes. Like that's a silent taunt that isn't even casting vicious mockery yet.
All right. There's a boy to your side who's gonna try to antagonize you.
Okay. Also, I'm using my cunning action to potentially disengage if needed.
Yep. That sounds like an ideal thing to do given the challenge today.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm gonna say that you're out if you get stabbed or if you stab someone.
Yeah. Stabbed or stab someone.
Yeah, you failed if you get stabbed, and you failed if you let people get under your skin.
But what if you get, like, is your goal like to just, you can stab people but you can't be obvious? Is that the goal?
No, it's sort of like control, right? Like people are trying
like
to
control the crowd,
them, but you're being like, nope, not letting that affect me. You're gonna be doing saves against their
oh god.
Against
this is
them.
Bad. Okay.
So the first person comes at you and is going to try to how are they gonna do that? I'm trying to figure out what check this would be. they're gonna come and they kick you in the shin.
Do they even hit me?
Like, just turn and kick you in the shin. No, just try as a sidestep. And then we'll say, oh, I don't know.
I'm like,
I mean,
please
they're
don't
gonna
make
try
me
to kick
insult
you.
people. I'm gonna be so horrible at this.
They I mean, it's not going to make any sense. You can roll with advantage. Give me an advantage intelligence roll, please.
Oh, that's cocked. One sec. Oh, I'm happy. That intelligence saving throw.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not bad. That was an 18.
all right. You save as he says, like, he makes some kind of comment about, like, oh, look, like, your hoof is cracked, and then tries to kick you. But, like, you're like, no, it isn't. I know what my hooves look like, bitch.
Yeah. It's like, what do you think is gonna happen?
So it does not entice you to stab him, but do you say anything back?
Is that the best you got? Which I'm gonna make a vicious mockery.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I need a save from my brain can do. I need a wisdom saving throw.
I would guess he saves with an 18.
Oh yeah, he's fine.
He kind of looks at you in like a minute of like, all right, you're not who I want, and turns to the other side to try to make someone else angry.
Yeah.
Are you gonna let everyone come to you?
Basically, Moss is not going to be initiating anything. She's just
Alrighty.
she'll answer like just like she did there if needed, and it will always be like with a vicious mockery and always with the bonus action to disengage. That is her goal. Like, wait it out.
Gotcha. Somebody a little bit down who you recognize from performance class, like puts a hand towards you, like points, and begins dance battle. Dancing towards you.
You know what?
Dance it up.
I'll have a dance battle. Like, it's not. I'm not gonna get mad at someone over dancing. Like.
All right. So let's do a dance battle off then. So performance check.
Performance. Okay. Oh. Dark Moon dice, everyone. It wasn't a natural 20, but it was a natural 19 plus 7 performance, so that will be a 26.
You got a 25. You guys are dominating.
Can we just start dancing together and taunting the other people?
like kicking your heels off each other's heels.
Yeah, like we are
identical spins. Are you gonna form a fighting duo with this person?
I think so. Just for fun. Like, I feel like we have that moment and we're like,
all right. You're like, all right. You can dance. Yep. Somebody comes up and is just gonna try to stab you. Like, it's just gonna flat out be like, I just want to get one in. I don't even care. I don't even care if I get in trouble. I'm gonna stab Moss once.
Yeah.
17.
17. I would like to. I had the disengage action. It would hit me. Could I potentially throw my teleporting dagger to the other side of the room and teleport over there before they hit me?
Like a dance move?
Yeah. Because remember, I have the teleporting.
You do?
Yeah. Could I potentially do that so they don't freaking hit me?
I'm gonna say there's probably enough time for you to see him approaching. So you toss the dagger dramatically, disappear in a pop,
and I just grabbing the dagger on the other side of the room.
Just like angry growls. Around you can see people like shooting insults at each other back and forth, trying to see what works. Everybody's clearly being like a little bit soft. Like nobody's doing the really mean things.
Actually, I don't think that would have hit me because I didn't add my +1 for having that stiletto.
Oh, there you
go. Which I have now. Never mind.
Well,
so I still have a teleportation.
You can still do it stylishly.
Okay.
Why not?
I was just saying more from a statistic thing because I can only do it once per short rest.
Oh. Well, you don't always know, right? You're like, it seems like it was gonna hit.
Okay.
All right. Somebody insults your boyfriend. They say he's a loser and he's just gonna go and die on the battlefield anyways. I guess that would be what save would that be? Wisdom?
Yeah.
See if you can resist the urge to punch someone in the face for insulting
Yes.
Enris, beautiful boy that he is.
That's cocked. I'm sorry. I don't have that much space on my dice tray, so like if it doesn't go exactly where it needs to land, it ends up cocked. Okay. Apparently, as usual, my dice love me. So I only have a +2 to wisdom, but that was a natural 16, so 18.
Okay. You managed to resist the urge to punch or stab this
And
person.
vicious mockery them back.
Cool.
Yeah. Insult, right? He as a player is like,
you can do the style of insult without picking one specifically. Like, do you insult his partner
please.
back?
No, I
Do
insult
you
his lack
his
of
style?
creativity.
Oh, okay.
Like in the sense of like, really, that was like an easy, like that was the
like really
that was the best you could come up with. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Like, that's what you got.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations. Apparently you haven't met my boyfriend. He doesn't give a fuck because people have been talking about him forever.
That's very true. He don't give a fuck. Well, sometimes he gives a fuck, but he tries not
like,
to give a fuck.
Exactly. Like
we all have those moments.
Yeah, we all have
all right.
those moments.
So give me a
saving throw. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Right. For what kind? Wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's gonna be enough. 14?
They just meet.
Oh wait, meet or beat. So yeah,
so they
save, right?
They make the save, yeah.
Yeah. But barely holding it in.
Because my since we're low level, my spell save DC is still low as heck.
Coming at you again with trying to get to the top of your discipline by sleeping with people in power. Wisdom save again.
Try to get on the top of my discipline. I don't want this dice anymore. Switching. I feel like it's given me too lucky, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I've done okay, that's only a 14 this time.
Okay, yeah, you didn't roll especially well. It didn't even like partway through he's like, wait a minute, but you're not actually a sorcerer. Shit, that doesn't make any sense. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to save.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're fine.
Yay. I don't know. I'm sorry, Mel. I feel like Moss just dominated.
You're fine. I mean, the more you do it, the fewer people there are to fight, right? So if you just win.
Insult back. Wisdom saving throw on their end. Basically, this is all Moss is doing.
Yep. 10.
10, they fail. They will take a d4 of damage. And I think it's psychic damage.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, they're out of the competition now that they've decided to try to attack you.
They have disadvantage.
At attacking
that will be, yeah.
It's still very good. 18 to hit?
That will hit me. Unfortunately.
You take 3 damage, and that person is out of the game.
Oh, wait, I thought I was out for getting hit. No?
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, that's why I was like, this makes no sense. That's why I was like, this makes no sense.
You didn't, yeah, but unless you have a way to dodge out of the way.
Yeah, like I don't think there is any way for me to dodge. Like, I'm checking to see if there's any spells I could have done.
Yeah, there may not be.
Like, oh, I have a very stupid thing that I could do.
Okay.
I understand if you say no, because technically roll-wise. I have sacrificed my familiar to take the blow for me. Like summon. I'm just
fly your owl in the way.
I'm just like, she's not she's not there, so it's like basically poofing her in at that moment.
Right, and then having her take the hit and then disappearing.
Yeah.
I
understand if you say no.
Yeah, I got it. We'll say that this time that's it. You definitely notice that a lot of people sort of had their eye on you. You're like, oh, I'm a target. Shit.
Yeah.
Like, you show up late all the time. Everybody clearly, like, not everybody, but you're clearly on some lists.
Yeah. Okay.
Your dance buddy is gonna keep dancing. Keep on dancing. Keep on dancing. Goes out the next round after you.
Yeah, that's fair. Like eventually though, like if you're the target, like one of these are statistically gonna hit you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and that's assuming they're only doing one at a time, and I'm sure more people are teaming up. In fact, towards the end, you definitely see that some people are like teaming up and helping each other, like giving each other advantage on attacking.
Definitely.
And that seems like how they're coming out in the head. But yeah, after you're done and everyone has been stabbed their friends and insulted them, she makes you all go.
Who was the
around.
last one standing?
The last one, not someone you like know very well.
Oh, okay.
It seems a little bit like yeah, I'd say like your opinion is sort of like this person floats under the radar.
Just because I need to know as a player.
Yeah.
Did West last more or less than me?
West lasts longer than you this time.
Yeah, that's fair.
West is more of the like sneak out of the combat kind of person. Like went like turn myself invisible to avoid
like we're like opposite rogue archetypes right now.
Yeah, very much so. Which means that you're both very good in your own situations and not as good in each other's.
Yeah.
After you're done, Rain's like, okay, great, everybody apologize to anyone they insulted, and that's it for today. So everyone's like doing like, sorry I said your boyfriend was gonna die at the war front.
And I'm sorry for insulting your creativity.
Yeah. I wasn't really expecting to do that today.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. You're really good at it. Like you didn't even say much and I was still affected.
Yeah. Well, there's certain talents that you just kind of learn.
When you're a bard?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to go study with that really nice guy who teaches you to insult people really well.
Yeah, like you just need to learn how to insult people. I don't even like doing it unless people deserve it, obviously. If people deserve it, then it's like, but like, yeah. Also, I do understand that sometimes my sass comes out as more of an insult than it meant, but it's a thin line right there.
Yeah, and that's your end. Your assignment for today is stabbing some people.
Stab the peoples.
Yeah, like I said, the thing is mainly that it seems like people already have it out for you.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. And we're not at the end of the year yet, so we don't know the class rankings yet, right?
No.
Okay. But Moss's goal is not to get like top, but also like she's not gonna also like fail on purpose. Like it's a weird thing where she's making her attitude not top rank and hoping that butts her down a little bit.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay. So you guys finish classes for the day, and I guess meet up for dinner.
Are we gonna
before you go check out Veera and Valencia?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. I guess dinner.
Bring them some cupcakes or something.
I'm carrying around my art before I didn't even realize like it's been like all day.
How big is this canvas in comparison to Char?
It's 2x2, so it's 2/3 Char's height.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's like probably has it strapped to his back like it's a big old tower shield. Even though it's probably not that big.
We should paint. You should paint if you get a tower shield at some point. You should paint it.
That's so cute.
I might do that. I feel like,
or you can just paint your current shield too. Like I don't know what insignia you have on it.
If I get a wooden like tall shield like that, I think I'd probably paint it. Weird thing, but in the like Dark Souls games, there's been like 3 or 4 different tower shields that had different paintings on it, but like in each new game, like I think it was in like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and now Elden Ring, there's like a tall shield that had a scene on it, and then in like the next game series it was a similar scene but something changed, and in Elden Ring it's like something completely different, like completely worn off, but it's still like some pieces are this. It's I don't know. I like the idea of a big painted shield, and that made me think of that immediately.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
That's like a nice little paladin thing, right? Like, oh, I just have this shield I made for myself because I liked it. It's got my favorite colors on it.
Paladins.
So cute.
Paladins is just like arts and crafts class for the fighters instead.
You go to another school and they're just like, Melker's your teacher, huh? And you're like, yes, and
Yes, and I love you.
give big hugs to everybody you meet. So yeah, so anyways, Char shows up at lunch and has this giant painting.
I'm gonna get the noodles today.
I got a
What did
big
you
thing of
do?
pasta.
Oh, we
Also, like, it's really good, but also
wait, the project we were doing, it was to embrace or to show something that has a lot of beauty to you or to the person, and I was just like, I love the lake, and I thought the lake was pretty cool, so I painted the lake. It's pasta.
You gonna hang it in your room?
No, I'm gonna. It seems more like a gift to me at this point now. Like I'm probably gonna gift it.
Starts blushing a little bit.
To Aqua.
Mm-hmm.
Who
You're
lives,
so intimidated your mom makes me feel because I like you a lot.
who lives underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Char does not get it.
The canvas and the wood and the paint underwater.
how do you dilute paint? What did you use to dilute paint while you were painting?
Clean your brush off in between colors.
Well,
He moves the canvas off of his back and is like,
well, I mean, most of it should have been like oil based. But what water?
If it was oil paint, it wouldn't be dry.
No.
Is it
no.
dry?
no, it's not oil paint. It was like how there's like those like oil based like pencils in a way.
Yeah.
It was something like that,
Okay.
so it still can smudge and all that.
Okay.
What are those really fancy markers everyone likes?
What are they?
Those.
Alcohol ones,
Something like that, like
but those still.
Coptic markers.
holy
That's what I was
shit.
thinking
Yeah.
of. Don't have to be. I was just making a joke.
Copic markers.
Maybe we need to like ask someone if there's like a coat or something we can put on it that'll waterproof it.
Probably. I didn't think that far ahead.
You know who might know about waterproofing things? Your friend who's a Triton, who you're talking to later.
How do I waterproof
Okay,
art?
so ignore all the other
Aside
things
from
we should
your
probably talk
sister.
about. How do you waterproof stuff?
Priorities.
Like,
Waterproofing art.
Yeah, like how does that work?
Veera,
Like what
you live
is
underwater.
the waterproof version of Mod Podge that we can just
Seal that baby up.
lather?
Does
Yeah,
anyone have
sure.
resin molds that I can just?
Dunk it.
Dunk, yeah. That would make it heavier though. Slightly, not
Oh.
that much.
I will.
Which might not be bad if we want it to sink, right?
Yeah,
that's
that
true.
is.
That's true. I'll figure.
You know?
Well, I mean, I don't know if she even has a place to hang it up.
Well, that's when you prop it up against a wall, or like, there's things to do, and it's not that big of a canvas. Like,
No, I mean, the water was also a little murky. Like the deeper you go, the light doesn't really show.
but she's used to seeing underwater. Like, I'm pretty sure she can just
Yeah.
see.
Does she have like a little sleeping cave or like a
Like,
Does
is there a
she s-
water filter at some point in her like home cavern, or I don't know where she sleeps in. I'm
I-
sorry.
I don't know if she sleeps either. I
Nobody,
never thought to
nobody's ever
ask.
asked Aqua where she sleeps.
Well, I mean, I always thought it was rumor that dragons never need to sleep. But I mean, I know that's not true because everything that has life force kind of needs some sort of rest. But I also figured that if they rest, they're usually laying just out in something like the typical, oh, dragon takes a castle, it's sleeping in the dungeon or something like that. It's just laying on the floor.
What if
She
there's
has
an
a dungeon
underwater castle that
somewhere.
we didn't know about?
Well, there's the tower, but she can't fit in there. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Aqua secretly has a dungeon. She definitely does. She have a hoard? The great question.
Well, I mean,
My opinion is it's all the spices that grow on the side. That's her hoard.
Just
Oh,
like
there.
just a spice dragon.
Yeah.
I could see her mother being like, "You cannot have a hoard until you're this old."
We've talked about this. You can't have a
Yeah.
boyfriend and you can't have a hoard.
Oh
It's
shit!
the what's the unofficial hoard? Like a sticker collection? Like something that's like, it's a collection, not a hoard.
Oh no, sticker collections are
Stickers,
definitely.
stickers.
They don't work underwater, so it's
Vinyl
Very
ones?
final
They're
ones
fine.
too.
turns from a collection into a hoard.
That's
Yeah,
that's
like,
true.
Stickers get out of
Yeah.
hand real fast.
I have a lot of stickers. What's the difference between a hoard of stickers and a collection of stickers? Or is it just like a weird, like, human thing to call them hoards to, like, delegitimize them?
Well, I think hordes. I think the definition of hordes ends up being an overwhelming amount. Like you always see like a mountain of gold coins in description. So it'd probably have to be like it's an extreme obstruction of something like
yeah,
stickers.
if you can put them away, then that's a collection.
Collect.
If they are everywhere, that's hoard level.
I just looked it up. Hoard says always has an aspect of hiding it for safekeeping, while collection just has like the gathering.
So I have my sticker thing that's for anybody to play with, and I have my hidden stickers. So my hidden stickers are a hoard.
hoarding.
Yes,
I've hoarded my favorite,
but your other is our collection.
and I also have a collection of stickers.
Exactly.
Keeps for
I
future
suppose we
use.
didn't think that you can have both.
But you can.
You can have
You
both.
can.
It depends on how things we learned about.
So wait, but then wouldn't a hoard just be anything that somebody would covet? Like, did they just? Is it just other
So
people
hoards
covet? Because I only have my
technically
hoard
is a
because
stock.
people try to steal what I have.
A hoard is an amass of valued objects that are hidden and stored away. Specifically.
Value is subjective.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure there's other people out there who would want to steal.
While
your sticker.
collection
it might
is
not
just
be
a group of
everybody.
things.
No, there are.
Yes.
That's why I hid them.
They're
I didn't
out
used
there.
to have a
They're
hoard
out
for
there.
stickers, but
Your-
now I have to.
Your reason to hide them doesn't matter if you are hiding them. So
They're
it
just
is a
hidden.
hoard.
So it is a hoard.
You're a hoard of stickers.
This is the
Wow.
Word of the day calendar.
Things to discuss in therapy.
hoard. Secondary word of the day, collection.
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
Riveting content we provide you guys with.
you have this amazing conversation,
Hordes,
and you
paintings.
eat your lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
Are you guys good to talk to go talk to Veera and Valencia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can we bring a salad for Veera?
Cobb salad.
Some sort of if it's not Cobb, if it's not available.
In case she's still not feeling well to her stomach, we will also, I don't know, something light like soup,
Mhm.
like a fish,
Okay.
like
Oh,
soup, like
a
something
soup
like
salad
and
combo?
crackers.
soup salad combos. Yes, with saltine crackers.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good move. That's
I
a
have
good.
this Canada Dry brand
And
ginger
maybe a
ale.
singular cookie because you also need a sweet treat. Yeah,
Not
not sponsored.
not sponsored.
Canada Dry brands.
Not a
You
sponsorship.
think it's beer? It's even better. It's Canada Dry.
Not a sponsorship.
Hey.
Can be a sponsorship. Canada Dry.
Well,
Get at us.
Absolutely
We
tattoo Canada Dry on my
absolutely-
body for free Canada Dry.
Oh, I would too.
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
My body is not as permanent as Canada Dry.
Canada Dry is fantastic. The cranberry one.
All right, so you guys obtain. So there's a few soup choices today.
Mhm.
There is a red pepper soup. There's like a chicken noodle soup. And the last soup will be on a random soup generator. That's right, there are random soup generators online.
That sounds like an
Oh,
incredible
yes.
magical item.
Oh my god, that's the same one I just picked. And then the last one is a spicy clam chorizo and white bean soup.
Ooh.
That sounds so good.
That really does.
Briny little neck clams with smoky chorizo and tender white beans come together in seamless soup harmony. This liquid lunch is a robust meal for quick and easy, or it goes well with quick and easy garlic bread.
Oh,
Wonderful.
don't do that to me.
I want garlic bread now.
Like you guys, like, okay, hang on, we forgot to look at the soups
I
together.
haven't
We have to
actually
have
eaten,
soups.
so like I'm legitimately like salivating. Like,
I'm so cruel. Such a cruel, cruel GM.
oh GM, how dare you?
Always being like, what's up? Think about all these delicious foods. Okay. Yeah. So you get, which one do you get for Veera and her sister?
Well,
do we know if either do we know if Veera is any sort of dietary restrictions, either chosen like vegetarian, vegan, or if she has any allergies? Do we know this?
You know she loves seafood.
Okay.
Can one of these soups be like a seafood?
Well, the last one is a seafood one.
Oh, it was. Oh yeah, it is
Yeah.
clam. My brain just is
Yeah.
not.
Oh, you good? You good? You all
Um,
fine?
sheets like seaweed, the seaweed crisps.
Oh, like nori?
Yeah,
Sorry.
the nori. Yeah,
That's a nice touch to bring them to your
Rest in
friends
peace.
who are
Wherever he is.
yeah. Rest in peace as a werewolf.
as a werewolf. What was he again? He was a
Genasi, water
water
genasi.
genasi, right?
Yeah.
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 There you go. Water genasi werewolf, just like
Mhm.
coasting through the waters.
Yeah.
A wonderful job.
Yeah. Okay. So you grab his stuff and you head back to the cafeteria, or not the cafeteria. You're in the cafeteria. You
The
head back
infirmary.
to the infirmary. That's the word. It's definitely quieter. Like, you're going into study hour, which you've learned. Like, you used to take it really seriously, but now you know that the school doesn't actually mark attendance at those, so people do tend to slack a bit.
Yeah.
I picture it's very frequently like at the beginning of a new semester. It's mostly just first years that are there.
Yeah.
Where's everybody?
well, this must be a first year specific activity, huh?
No, the one third
No,
year's like
everyone just figured out they don't actually have to be here, dude. What?
my professor's actually telling me I have to be here, and if I'm not, and like you look in the corner, it's like some like third year professor's just.
She has eyes on you. Yeah, you show up. It looks like Valencia's doing a little bit better. She's got a little bit more color in her cheeks, and she's sitting upright in the bed. Vera looks up when she sees you all and says, "Oh, I didn't realize the day had already passed." She looks out the window and notices that. Well, actually, she doesn't because it's spring. She's like, still looks bright. You know, she hasn't realized how long it's been. And you see, like, she goes, "Look." Is that? Did you bring lunch?
Well, I mean, what would either of you get to eat?
The food that they bring isn't very good.
No, surprising, from the same buildings.
Well, they said we have to be careful of her stomach.
I guess.
And Valencia says, "Oh, forget that. Just give me something with substance."
I think as long as you don't eat too much, especially after, like, pace it, I think is the goal.
Yeah.
I just don't want any more Jello.
Yeah.
How do you not like Jello?
I do. I just don't want to eat it for every meal.
They tried giving you like that weird protein jello that they've given some people.
Yes.
It's so like
Disgusting.
Well, I mean, depending on the protein, because I know bone meal Jello can be kind of neat after. I mean, but you also have, yeah. I don't want to start rambling. I don't have the. You guys.
The
have,
paladin starts lecturing on importance of food and
and also make sure nutrients and the food shape that we all guide ourselves with.
and you remember, food doesn't have to taste bad just because it's good for you.
MSG is actually not bad for you. That's the one rule I've learned.
Yeah.
I will say, at least when they have to give me Jello, it tastes better because it's not made from actual gelatin. So that's nice.
That's true.
Oh, maybe you should ask for the vegan Jello.
The one with chia seeds?
No, the one that's made with agar agar. It tastes better. It tastes better.
Oh. She like looks around, like, can she get anyone to help her with that? And then she narrows in on you and like gives you a little like, make it so.
Soups?
Yeah. Your options. Go for it.
Valencia is gonna take the chicken noodle. She wants something that's got a bit more substance to it, but Veera is very happy with that nice bean and what was it? Clams?
Clam,
White
chorizo.
bean, and chorizo. That's it.
Yeah.
Look at you, you know. You're like making it tomorrow.
I really want to, except I don't have chorizo right now, which is... Well, I don't have Mexican chorizo. I have Spaniard chorizo.
There you go.
There's a
Shame.
difference.
Yeah.
So Valencia, like I said, looks a little bit better and says, you wanted to talk to me about things, right?
Yeah. You know, I guess, is there anything that we need to follow up on?
I think
You
everyone in
know-
the house is dead, aren't they?
Well, it was burned, but and they were already dead. So yeah. Is there anything we should be wary about, since we did burn down a house of people who apparently once were influential?
Where did their demon go? I mean,
where did the demon
where
go?
did the demon go?
The one that they summoned?
Yes.
I guess I'm not sure. I used the opening. I mean, I don't think it got through. I think they paid the price, but I think I took payment before they had a chance.
Okay.
But I don't know for sure. Whatever came to me wanted to make a deal with me.
Okay. So I guess the question is, do we... I don't even know, like is your mission successful enough? Like, are you good?
I mean, I didn't follow through, but Veera says you managed to keep the professor safe here anyways.
Yes.
So I think that's fine. I'll have to explain what happened to me and where I went, but that's nothing you need to worry about.
Okay.
There's been a lot of, to put it lightly, a lot of fucky shit going on.
There's been a lot of fucky shit going on.
To put it lightly.
Again, to put it lightly.
Yes. What am I saying? But I feel like we're at a really strange pivotal point, maybe in a handful of different nexuses or crossroads or whatever it may be, with the war, with this
question really quick. When you do your like intro to the stream, is that like a morning announcement type of thing? Also for the school to hear. So is it something like?
That's cute.
Do we also?
That's funny.
Like every day.
Do we also like as students know about the almost the erasure of Headmaster Cardamon?
Yeah, I would say so. Like it's pretty strange. Like I'm sure everyone talks about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with certain prominent head figures, erasure and towers popping up, there's a lot to keep track of, and I know that for your own safety to make a drastic measure can be a lot, but you said you made a deal to kind of get yourself in a safe position.
It was that or be a sacrifice.
Does that entity have a name, and can we know it?
Yes, she will tell you the demon's name who she made a deal with.
Did she know what it was right at that moment when she was being asked?
Yeah, she knows it. She knows what's going on. I don't even know how to pronounce this name, so I'm just gonna paste it to y'all.
Oh,
and then you can
Wonderful.
tell me how to pronounce it.
I will also put it in the chat. for
Zogdralaz?
viewers. I think Zogdralaz makes sense.
Zogdralaz, yeah.
Unless
That's
it's a
true.
silent X.
That's true. So it's
Ogdralaz? That feels like
Ogjalaz. There you go.
and do we know if this is like kind of like a warlock type of pact that was made? Do we know that just inherently? Or
yeah, she'll tell you that. Like she made a deal with it, and you're like, became a
Warlock.
multi-class, huh?
yeah. Wonderful. Hopefully, I hope that. Well, I'm glad you're not dead. Obviously, like good job on not dying. Congratulations, first Jeff. First rule of adventuring.
Yeah. Gonna be honest, I didn't think I'd make it.
Well,
Hey, you did make it.
the powers that
And
be.
now you need to rest and recover and
Get back
now,
home.
do you get paid time off, like sick leave? Like I'm
No.
worried about you.
No, I don't get time off.
Even in this condition.
Well, I mean, if I can't do certain things, they won't send me off to do it, but it doesn't mean I'm allowed to just rest.
So,
Seethes internally, just seething.
if we're at any risk,
and Char starts looking at Veera too.
of any sort of danger due to a certain situation, you'll let us know, right?
Are you asking Vera or
Both of
Valencia?
them. Both of them. Because
She said-
if we're
Valencia
yeah.
it says there's no reason for him to have any interest in you.
Well, not just him.
I look at Veera and like I kind of put my hand up, and say,
Did you tell her that we're kind of helping you?
I whisper that, like kind of mouth it.
She gives you a little like sort of like she hasn't gone into all of it yet, but clearly you guys were with her when she was, saved, so they know you're involved.
Yeah.
I'll come back to that one, I think. Better, different time, different place. Are you okay though? And I know that's like we're here, you're alive, but
Like
Are you-
out of a scale of 1 to 10, how traumatized are you because of this?
on a scale of A to Z,
Like just for yourself to consider, you don't have to say it out loud. It's
On
just
a
being honest.
Scale of how traumatized
From
I
this specific
am.
event.
7? 6.5?
Okay, I'm gonna go with 7 because of the fact that you backtracked.
Okay. I'm sorry, no one's ever asked me that before.
It's just something for you to consider. Yeah, I know. It was probably a really weird fucking question. I don't.
Feel with your pain.
I feel like Moss is just.
Also, like, I feel like if someone's like, I was kidnapped and almost sacrificed, and like my blood was drained from me, and I was put in a crystal, to be like, it was a 7. Like,
Yeah, I'm
that
like,
should be a 10.
I'm like,
know what I
that's
mean?
why
Like,
Moss
what
is
is-
like, the fact that you backtracked is like not what it.
What has she experienced that's just, pretty bad, but not.
Look, I don't know. Anyway,
I feel like Lark gets it.
I also have from medicine.
Oh, yeah.
How best to treat mental health And
You do.
I
Good
have
memory.
an advantage to treat them. I have it written down. It's in my notes. I had to do some clickety clicking to get to that.
You're right. You do have, because that's your whole one day you want to be a mental health cleric.
Where we're yeah.
So if you would like, you can either like we can do a series of roles where you kind of like basically like work gradually through some of that trauma with her until she's doing better. Theoretically, you have a bit of time before she's able to leave.
Yeah.
All right, give me a medicine check with advantage because you specialize in mental health.
19.
Very nice. Yeah, is there anything specific you want to tell her, or
no, I kind of imagine it more like similar to healing like a physical wound that kind of like closes up and then it's gone, but more like maybe like organizing the pieces of what happened so that there's more clarity, more understanding. It's not that like it's gone, but it's less like bouncing around in your head, less confusion, and that should be more, the understanding should be more comforting. It's not to so not to erase her, not necessarily to even like talk through it, but to give a presence of mind to be able to piece things together, logically put it together, have kind conversations with yourself about how things, like that kind of stuff. Like that makes sense.
No, I like it.
Yeah, like that. So it's not like therapy, it's more like physical, mentally. Those are not the same words, but
yeah. So you kind of like hold her hand and just say a few things to her, and it just kind of clicks to her that she's not alone. And that right now, like, she just wants to feel kind of normal and capable. So taking that time with her definitely helps. She gives you like a little smile of like shared trauma, like, like, you get it, I get it, we know.
I get it.
You get it. Do you get it? You don't get it, but you get it. Anything else you want to know specifically from her about, I mean, she doesn't know too much, like, she was mostly, obviously tied up, and it wasn't like they were talking to her that much, but she's as open as she can be, I guess.
I don't think there's much I have questions for that are that relevant at this time. Personally, I think that having more outside the Academies brains around, or having access to people who are outside of Iskar is going to be good though in the long run. So I'm not going to try to push it.
Cool. Yeah, so she'll be here for a little while. Veera says that basically they need to send the news home. They'll probably have someone here to like collect her, so she will be here for a little while. So hopefully that will help as well, kind of having people who care about her and who visit her. And it seems like Lark is like, yep, I'm in. Also, you get to learn more about demons, your favorite topic. That's Laura, not Lark. Laura's favorite topic is demons.
Understandable.
Making friends with demons.
Who doesn't love a good demon?
We're doing great.
Is it fair to say that if we're ever out in Caracat City, we'll be able to find you at that alcoholic soup place that has those weird alcoholic soups? I look at Veera because it's like, was that you? That was you?
Yeah, Veera says that's one of her contact points. So she'll you know, she'll go back there to send some messages back home, but everything's kind of
hush.
sneaky.
Okay.
You can tell that Valeria's a little bit like, wow, you trust these people a lot, but she doesn't interrupt.
Yeah, and kind of like look in the eyes, like,
She's like,
really?
yeah, you made friends.
Friendship.
Yeah, you got a buddy. Cool. All right, that's it. That's it. We did it. Another successful game.
Party.
Dominated.
We did it.
Dominated.
Yeah. Oh, we did it.
Oh, there's some good chat in the group today too.
Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
feels like one of the closest things we've had to like wrapping something up.
Yeah.
It's cool because she's buddies with the demon now, so that's fine. The house is burnt down. That's gone.
Yeah.
Feels very.
That was said very like, yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't
I'm just
trust that.
saying.
Yeah.
It
What?
feels that way.
For me, did I do something?
Hey, if
Some of us suspicious.
I swear, I
Demeanor
sometimes
No, I
let
meant it.
plot hooks wrap up. Sometimes I let things actually have closure.
hey, if that fountain's still up,
'Cause
that
I
house
don't
could
get
be
any.
reconstructed.
And you
I don't
grab
know.
your drink right after saying that. Like, this is all the signs.
Been
I can
burned
give you
before.
closure.
We've been burned before.
I mean, the real thing is assuming that I have any kind of plan whatsoever and don't just connect all these things.
It's not like you're just given an oh shit, these two overlap type moments.
Well, occasionally I'm like, hey, these guys might know each other, and then
Yeah. I love that though. I love that.
If
All
it's
right.
not broke, don't fix it.
right?
Let's live by.
That's how it works. So thanks everybody for joining us for our adventure today. If you missed part of the episode, you can check it out on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want to play with us, you can come to our roleplay server. It's really fun. People do things according to the game, which is really interesting to see. And that's it. We'll see you here next week on Twitch. So Wednesday at 6:30 EST. But enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you then.
Bye.